Everybody, welcome to my first YouTube video showing off my first build. I've tried building in the past, but honestly with the old tools, no matter how many videos I watched, and there's some great ones out there, it was just too much of a pain in the butt to do anything cool beyond moving some furniture around. But once the new tools came out, I'd always wanted to make something like a sports bar or a kind of, traditional football pub you might see in the UK. And so I set out to do that. And first thing I did was buy this shop house because, it looks most like a retail establishment out of any. And has this cool feature where you can go up here and change the sign to be anything in your inventory. In this case, the only thing really soccer related is a soccer ball throw toy item from 2019, I think. I didn't know how hard it would be to get, but it didn't take me very long. I think I offered a grimoire for it or something. But yep, put it up there. And now let's go inside and take a look. And here we are. Lights on, models loaded. You'll notice there are lots of cats. I am a cat collector. That's probably a story for another video. But anyway, one of the first things probably do is turn off the action buttons. That's something cool they also added in the new tools, just so it's less cluttered with all the action buttons on everything and makes it good to kind of display. Anyway, this is the Soggy Pitch. This is the host slash bouncer. The guardian lion, who is supposed to keep all the riffraff out, but doesn't do a very good job because many of my friends like parading their dogs around here just to, skirt the rules. But what can you expect? Minimum wage, You got a little place to hang your hat over here. I did kind of change up the door. That's something you could do. But the doors in .NET are pretty boring, but, nothing that it's too fancy, but you can put almost anything over a door and you're still able to walk out when you have action buttons on. You can't really block the built-in doors with anything. So anyway, here we go. Traditional kind of British pub style place to come with your family, get a bite to eat, catch a game. You can see here a few diners, typical teenager wearing the headphones at the dinner table. Got this pizza here. You can actually grab that when there's action buttons on, and stock up for when you're out and about. One thing you can see is the TVs here. That's something I played around with a little bit, was trying to make them more like, obviously the ones that Adopt Me comes with, the TVs, they just kind of have that poltergeist glow to them. You can make custom ones that usually just have a black screen, but I really wanted to make something that looked like, you got sports on here. You got a few matches played on. You got like a penalty kick going on over here or something. It was not easy. I mean, all these lines and dots are separate objects. The whole building probably has, God, thousands of objects in it just because of the, I like to scale things down and use lots of little things. Over here this was supposed to be Wayne Rooney's number 10 jersey for Manchester United, but one of the things I learned early on was the text tools that you can see, like over here, something you can't, or actually, over here, that's the only size you can get. You can't scale these up or down. So once I had made this and I tried to put it here and scale Rooney down, it just wouldn't, and so it's way too big. I don't know, maybe I'll try to do something, but it is what it is. It works right now. Right here, the Liverpool banner. This one also didn't quite turn out how I wanted it to. It's really hard to do anything too intricate, like in those who know the Liverpool, the Phoenix emblem here. Mine looks more like a kind of funky chicken. I'm sure there's lots of people, Everton fans, that would like to make jokes about that. There's bathrooms over here. Didn't put too much effort into them. They're mainly just so people have a place to, age their pets when they come by to visit. I don't know, bathrooms are bathrooms. A water thing out here. I made a display case for that soccer ball throw toy. Used an item display case to make that in there and build the glass display around. I don't know, some trophy ball from, I don't know what that would be, some big event. Here you have your Pertender, the Lynx. Got some good petware from friend Hannah for him. Really ties together. This I made. What was one of the things I made? The scarf. I was super happy with how this turned out. A little big, but like I said, when you're going with these text things, you have to kind of design around that size. So yeah, this is a pretty big scarf, but Arsenal scarf for my friend Gremlin in the game, and like I said, I was tickled with how it turned out because the compared to the Liverpool one at least. What other cool things do we have around here? This piano, all the pianos that the game has are like grand piano style. Even the Neanderthal one, they take up a lot of space and just don't really fit in every decor. So I wanted one, of course, to do the play task. I mean, but I didn't really want to just set it out in the middle of the floor and have it look. So I turned it into an upright piano by sinking it into the wall. I can maybe show that with the X-ray, maybe. There's lots of stuff. Yeah, you can kind of see how it's like sunk into the wall. Then I just built a box around it here, put a little barrel over the seat, and book up there and light, and now you got a piano to play without it like looking really out of place in the middle of a pub. Let's see, do we have anything else here? These taps where they get their catnip drinks from were shrunk down, I don't know, Egyptian statue or something, made kind of, like craft sort of taps. Alright, so let's go upstairs. This is where I want to make a kind of funner area. Here's another banner for Fulham, which any Americans probably know because more Americans have probably played for that team than any other team in the Premier League, including like greats like Brian McBride and Clint Dempsey. So, you got to represent there. Got some lions here. Got a pub quiz going on. I used the chalkboard here, but really should be a TV quiz. Nobody's going to do this with chalk these days of age, but maybe, I don't know. I'll see if I want to do anything more about that. Here is a dartboard that turned out okay. It kind of looks like a pizza / dartboard, but you got to work with what you got. They have these oddly specific 22-degree triangle shapes that were a pain in the butt to kind of get in this way. Frame it with the rings, and it's good enough. People will know what it is. Maybe I'll build some little darts to put on there one of these days. I made this feature wall, the Union Jack here. So kind of like a test of, one of my early tests of layering shapes on to make things like this, because this is just like beams and panels and triangles, because you can't make these like parallelogram shapes. There's nothing like that, so you got to use beams plus triangles. And one wrong click and everything gets lost in a wall. It took a lot longer than I thought it would, but these stools were custom made. You can see here it's just a ring, some cables, I think, and disc and a sand mount. And not too hard to make, but I think I made like 8 of them. And I really wish I could have just copy and pasted the one and make another, but one day. This was the first TV I did, and learning process there, but I think turned out really well. These letters up here, they aren't the text tool. These are like stick objects, pretty much making letters with popsicle sticks, pretty much, because the sign tool is just still too big. So I had to make each of these out of little rings and beams, and then you can see this is really just layered on. It's like doing crafts with construction paper or something. You just kind of layer it on and try not to make it stick out too much. So when you're looking back from here, it looks like you're watching the Merseyside Derby on TV, and certainly beats just a black screen. This was one of the most ambitious things I did in here, was this pool table. This is not something that they have available. It was built with lots of beams. These are archways that are shrunk down, panels, green panels, discs that are for the holes, and It took me a long time, but I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. And you got the saber-tooth back here playing the game, and so yeah, I mean, this is this is where you come. This is where the fun happens. You got a couple of cats feasting on a mega lobster over here. So anyway, that is my football pub and Adopt Me. I am going to probably start on something new. I haven't quite figured out what it was. Might do some videos on some of the build techniques I've done in here, like the TVs, just to hopefully give others inspiration, because I took a lot of inspiration from videos out there from some of the great builders. So anyway, as they say, like and subscribe. Thank you for coming and watching, and I'll see you soon.